The word established in 31 has a connotation, 30 sub-article 1 has a connotation which relates to the genesis of the institution, whether it's a college or it's a university or it's a school. Establishment in the statutory sense is the recognition for incorporation to grant a degree. So these are two separate concepts. We can't confuse the word establish in the context of one with established under Article 30 sub-article 1. So there your Lordship is right, that in that sense that word establish is used in the incorporation sense. But today, for example, you want to set up a university, you have to go through the same thing. It's a minority university, you go through the same thing, but it doesn't destroy your character as a minority university.
The minorities by themselves do not have the right to create statutorily a university.
Yes.
They have to go to the authority.
We have no choice, mother. That's 1906. That's
for that matter, any individual doesn't have the right.
And 30 recognizes your right to found a university also.
That's right. That's accepted even in Bhasha.
And the only, to establish a university.
The word establish.
But the only statutory way of doing it is to go through an act of parliament.
Right. And that concept of establishment can't be confused because it's used in two separate senses.
Sybil, we are on the verge of the stroke of lunch. The bails are about to be removed.
Mother, what happens is sometimes the ball is bowled and the bails don't get removed, Mother. So therefore, please wait till 2 o'clock. I'll finish very soon. Your Lordships, I made the distinction between establish. Yes. Now, Mother, the word establish in Article 30 is used in the constitutional sense. The word establish in the statute is used in the statutory sense.
Just 1 second. Yes, sir.
This is clear from the definition and I will read it. University of the UGC Act. University means a university established or incorporated by or under a central act. That's why it's in that sense. The word established in that statutory sense. By or incorporated, established or incorporated by or under the central act. The word established in 30 with reference to the setting up of the institution. And that's where Bhasha confused the concept of establishment. Even 22 uses the same expression. Same thing. Because you can establish a university by incorporation. And Mother, I was referring to that sentence. There was no Aligarh University existing till 20 Act was passed. It was brought into being by the 20 Act and must therefore be held to have been established by the central legislature, which by passing the act incorporated. The fact that it was based on the MAO college would make no difference to the question of who established it. That's where they went wrong. So he accepts that it was based on the MAO college, but he says it makes no difference. So now let's come straight away to page 21. And that page 21, that's Placetum, last paragraph. Yes. Last paragraph. My lords have that. From the history we have set out above, it will be clear that those who were in charge of the MAO College, the Muslim University Association and the Muslim University Foundation Committee were keen to bring into existence a university at Aligarh. But this is the admission. There was nothing in law then to prevent them from doing so if they so desired without asking the government to help them in the matter. So they accept the fact that yes, we are the ones who wanted to bring a university into existence. It was the minority community. But if they brought into existence a university of their own, degrees of the university are not bound to be recognized by the government. So, that's 21. It seems to us that it must have been felt by the persons concerned that it would be of no use bringing into existence a university if the degrees conferred by the said university were not to be recognized by the government. So in fact, Bhasha sets out the reason why we went. So that's on 21. Now, these are the correct statement of facts in Bhasha, Malaj, which I pointed out. Now, the incorrect statements of fact. I'll just point those out. First of all is page 23. The incorrect statements of fact. It says, Malaj, Placetum between B and C, sentence C, it will thus be seen. Your Lordship has that paragraph at page 23. Second paragraph, it will thus be seen, just above Placetum F, that besides the fact that the members of the court had to be all Muslims, there was nothing in the act to suggest that the administration of the Aligarh University was in Muslim minority as such. Correct?
Where are you reading, Mr. Sibyl?
That's paragraph, page 23.
Yes. Besides, there were other bodies, that para?
Yes, in that para, 5 sentences thereafter, it will thus be seen.
Yes.
It will thus be seen that besides the fact that the members of the court had all to be Muslims, there was nothing in the act to suggest that the administration of the Aligarh University was in Muslim minority as such. Besides the above, we have already referred to section 13, which showed how the rector, namely the Governor General, had overriding powers. This is completely wrong, Malaj, because the overriding power is in every university in the hands of the visitor, whether it is the rector at that time or the visitor now. In every statute, whether it's qua minority, qua majority. The overriding powers are there always, Malaj. But that's not the test. Yeah, Malaj, I'm sorry, my learned friend is right. I missed it out myself. Page 21, end of the page, Malaj, my fault. The hurry, I'm missing out things. Recitum H, Malaj. It may be accepted for the present purposes that MAO College and Muslim University Association and Muslim University Foundation were institutions established by the Muslim minority. Accepts the fact. And the 2 of them were administered by societies, of course. That's normal. Therefore, 23 is this one fact, which I showed to your lordships. Then kindly come to page 11. I mean, sorry, not page 11. Yeah, page 11. Back to page 11. That's incorrect facts. It says, Mothers, there is no condition. Mothers, placetum between G and F. Last sentence in the second paragraph. There is no condition that the Lord Rector and the members of the visiting board must belong to the Muslim community. Well, how is that relevant? Can it be said that the Governor General of India must belong to the Muslim community? I mean, what? Or for that matter, the Chancellor must belong to that community. In present circumstances, how can anybody say that? There is no condition that the rector and the members of the visiting board must belong to the Muslim community. So that's Malat's ex facie wrong. Then come to page 13. This again I'm sorry.
You have understood?
Yes, now Malat, just see page 13. Placetum A and B. This again shows that in the matter of such disputes, the court, which is called the supreme governing body of the university, did not have the power to resolve it. Malat, if the dispute is between the academic council and the executive council, they say there was no power in the court to resolve it. Well, how does that, what's that? Arbitration was provided. Because arbitration was provided for. How is that relevant for the purposes of establishment?
All right.
So that, Malaj, that's 13. But just 1 or 2 more things. Then, Malaj, kindly come to page 13 at the bottom. There is nothing anywhere in any section of the Act. Where is it?
Second line.
Yeah. There is nothing, Malaj, last paragraph, second line, there is nothing anywhere in any section of the Act which vests the administration of the university in the Muslim community. The fact that in the proviso to 23 it is provided that the court of the shall consist only of Muslims does not necessarily mean that. Now, Malaj, this is factually incorrect, and your lordships may note that. In the academic council, 15 members from the court are from the court, which are Muslims. Factually incorrect statement. Page 19. Volume, your lordship may just note that, page 19, volume 3. In the EC, 20 out of 30 are elected by the court.
Just give us the date, figures again.
Yes. In the academic council, 15 members are from the court and are all Muslims. That's at page, because at that time court were all Muslims. That's page 19, volume 3G. And that's the academic council. In the executive council, 20 out of 30 were to be elected from the court, all Muslims. That's 2/3. And 6 were to be elected by the academic council, which were also Muslims. And VC and PVC were to be elected from the court. They were also Muslims. So for him to say that there is nothing anywhere in the section which vests the administration, is so factually so incorrect from the Act itself. It's not outside the Act. One is at page 19, the second is at page 21, and the third is at page 11. Page 11. The AC is at page 19, EC is at page 21, and the control is at page 11. Control was of the minority community. So that is factually incorrect. The next one, the next one, we have to examine closely what happened.
We have already
So therefore forget that, Mullahs. I've already said that. Then page 19, Mullahs, second paragraph. There is nothing in the 20 Act to prevent the Muslim majority, if it's so minority, to establish a university. But if it did so, the degrees of were not bound to be recognized. Already said that. And then, Mullahs, he said, it may be that page 20, that the 20 Act was passed as a result of the efforts of the Muslim minority. But that does not mean that the Aligarh Muslim University came into being. See, that's it. It's at page 20 itself, Mullahs. It's contradictory. Page 20, Placetum D, Mullahs. Yes. It may be that the 20 Act was passed as a result of efforts, but that does not mean. So that takes care of that. Then page 22, it was thus, that's one. Yeah. It was thus the central legislature, Placetum C, which brought into existence the Aligarh Muslim and must be held to have established it. That's the basis of the order in any case. Then right at the end, last paragraph, it appears from paragraph 8 of the schedule that even though the members of the court had to be Muslim, the electors were not exclusively Muslim. That's neither here nor there. I've already shown that, Your Lordships. Then page 23, first paragraph, last 3 lines. Further, 15 members of the court were to be elected by the Academic Council, the membership which was not confined only to Muslims. Sure. Then page 23, these provisions in our opinion, Placetum, Placetum between F and G. These provisions in our opinion clearly show that the administration are not relevant, really speaking. We are on administration. So really that takes care, Mullahs, of what was right and what was wrong. So Mullahs, I've done that, and the last thing now, then I've done it. What is the last thing? What is it that we brought in and what was transferred to Aligarh Muslim University? 1, 30 lakhs. Yes, government at that time asked us to bring this in. 30 lakhs raised by the Muslim University Association, which is worth 300 crores today. In 2005, it was valued as 287 crores. So found it. That's what Dr. Dhawan Mullahs kept on saying. It was founded. So the sponsorship is ours. We sponsored it. All land, infrastructure, movable, immovable properties of MAO College and the Muslim University Association stood transferred to AMU. So all land, all infrastructure, movable, immovable properties of the MAO College and the Muslim University Association to transfer to AMU. So all the assets, movable, immovable, all transferred. That's at section 4.1 of the 20 Act in volume 3G at page 6. Section 4.1 of the 20 Act, volume 3G, page 6. The next is even more important. Any property given to the MAO College or Muslim Association by gift, trust, would be read as will gift to MOU. Kindly see, this is a private, Your Lordship knows. A will is a private act, and a private instrument. Even that, is deemed under the Act to be given to be a gift. Even government land becomes theirs, This shows continuity, This is section 4, small Roman 4 of the 1920 Act. Then, all buildings of MAO College. Next, all buildings of MAO College were to vest in the AMU. And the same name were to be kept of those buildings. Main names could not be changed. Then, 5, all employees of MAO College transferred to AMU. Yes, shows continuity, Malad, all this shows. And all students of the MAO college permitted to complete their education in the AMU. So students were transferred, again, continuity. That's section 32, brackets 5 of the 1920 Act at page 14. So this is how, Malad, the continuity is established, the genesis is established, the foundation is established, and Basha acknowledges all this, but it says doesn't matter because there's an act. It matters. Matters because this is the only institution of its kind set up with intent to serve the interests of secular India and to protect the minority institutions in empowering their children and others to be part of the workforce of India. If you reject this, you destroy that dream. That dream should not be destroyed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sipal.